Hello to all the grade 3 students, this is Teacher Sam and we are back for our second part of the lesson, Properties of Matter. In the first video lesson, we learned that there are two properties of matter. The first is that matter has mass, and we also know that matter has three states, solid, liquid, and gas. Therefore, we proved that solid has mass, liquid has mass, and gas has mass. We have proven this with the use of balance. We put two stones, one big stone and another small stone on both sides of a balance, and then one side goes up and one side goes down because the bigger stone has bigger mass. And with liquid, we use two bottles, one half filled with water and one filled to the brim. The one filled to the brim, when put on one side of the balance and the half empty bottle to the other side of the balance, the bottle with full water goes down because liquid has mass. The same is true with gas, a deflated ball and inflated ball. The inflated ball goes down because even gas has mass. This part of the lesson we're going to tackle matter takes up space, the second property of matter. But what is space? Imagine you have two bags, one empty bag and the other one filled with your stuff. Which of these two bags can you put more stuff? The first one, the one with many things in it, or the empty one? Well, the answer is the empty one because it has more space. So, space is any area that is empty, unoccupied, or available. Okay, so now we proceed with our second properties of matter. I'm going to show you a little experiment and prove to you that matter occupies space. Here are the things that we need. We need a large container so that we don't spill things. We have water. We have two plastic bottles. You need to cut this into half, one big one and another small one. But if you have drinking cups, a clear one, or plastic cups, then you can use them. Then we have colored water. We have stone, cotton thread, and scissors. Remember, when you use your scissors, be extra careful. Do not use scissors without the help of your parents. Matter can be in three forms, solid, liquid, and gas. So this stone is solid. The colored water is liquid. So cut the two empty bottles into two. Be careful, again, be careful when you use your scissors. If you have big brothers or big sisters, you can ask for their help. And then fill to the brim the bigger bottle. Now, here, the solid, the rock. And slowly drop the stone in the water. There. What do you think happens? Well, if you look at this video, you would see that the water is spilled. Why? Because the rock or the stone replaces or displaces the water. Okay? It pushes the water out. The stone pushes the water out of the container, and it replaces the space of the water. So with this little experiment, we have proven that solid occupies space. Why? Because the space for water is replaced or displaced by the stone. Okay? Now we go to the liquid. Here, we are going to use colored water for liquid. What do you think will happen if you pour in the colored water into this one here? What happened to this clear water? Let's see. Look, the water is spilled. Okay. Why? What happened? Because the colored water displaces the space of the clear water. It means that it pushes the clear water out and replaces its place. Therefore, liquid occupies space. And here for gas, look, what do you think is inside this bottle? Well, you can see anything, but it has air. If you're going to push it into the water, what will happen? Well, the water is spilled. Why? Because the air also displaces the space of the water. So gas takes up space. Now, with this experiment, we were able to conclude that matter occupies space. Why? With the video that we had, we could say solid occupies space because the stone, which represents solid, occupies the space of the water. Liquid occupies space. The colored water occupies the space of the clear water. Gas, the empty water bottle, when we push it into the water, it pushes the water out and therefore it occupies the space of the water. So solid, liquid, and gas occupies space. I hope that with this lesson you were able to learn first, there are two properties of matter. Matter has mass and matter occupies space. For your homework, until Monday, the 20th of April, you do the experiment at home. You can do the same like you have seen in the video. You can use plastic cups or clear cups if you do not have empty clear bottles. And if you use scissors, make sure to ask for help. Do not use your scissors alone. If you have big sisters or big brothers, you can ask for your help. If your parents are around, then you can ask your parents to help you. Observe what happens when you do your experiment. You have to write down what you observe, what happens in your experiment. And then take photo of your experiment. Submit this homework until Monday, 20th of April.